What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 190, presented by Creative Edge and Edge VR Arcade.
190?
Yep.
Close to 200.
Yes.
We won't make that before the end of the year, but
no,
we will before the season starts.
A couple non-filming dates coming up at the end of the year. So
yeah. But we will before the season starts.
For sure.
Look at that. All right. Well, big episode.
Yes.
Big episode.
Some huge news.
Huge.
That will be released by the time this airs, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be announced before this airs. It hasn't been announced yet. So thank goodness Sean keeps things under lock and key. And we never release this early because, oh my gosh, we'd be in trouble.
True.
But before we get started, there was a question last time.
Yeah.
On merch.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to answer that. I think we both did thumbs up next to it, but
I don't have an account that lets me comment on YouTube. I don't even have an Instagram account. Or
you can't even on Facebook, though?
I don't think so.
Oh.
It makes me log in as something. Oh. Working on it. So is the answer to that.
So the question was, so that everybody knows.
Yep. Working on merch, being able to be ordered online and returning the shipping back on. So we needed to get through a couple things first, and then we'll be rocking and rolling here soon.
So at some point, we'll be able to, for pickup or mail too.
Yep.
So it's coming. We'll have it well before the season.
Yeah.
If you need something, though, before Christmas, and you know we have it, I guess that's the other thing, because there's a lot of stuff we're out of.
Right.
But there is stuff we have. Like, we got a lot of the blankets left.
Yep.
Scarves.
Yeah, we'll probably get some of that turned on here pretty quick. Just keep in mind of when you're ordering that and getting it in time and what that might cost you in shipping.
Yeah.
And shipping is not cheap anymore. That's the reality. It feels yucky of selling you a $15 item and charging you $15 in shipping, but it's out of our control.
Yeah.
So
yeah. True. That's very true.
Yep.
But if you want our merch, that's what we have to do. So we'll like Ryan said, there'll be more to come on that. And hopefully you can get in your hands some of our merch. And across the league, we all want that to be the case, right? I mean, that is how all of our teams make money, is on our merch and you promoting our brand out in your area, wherever you might be. Hi, Ashley.
Nice.
But what do you have from a local standpoint and Blizzard world?
Yeah, we can do
tickets and stuff like that. And
I think we can do all the theme nights next week, even though you're remote, based on what we know. But we can get to the fourth one now, which would be Kids Night Laser Show, April 24th. So those of you keeping score, March 15th, Faith and Family Day, home opener, IFL Hall of Fame, March 21st, Youth Jersey Night, April 18th, Frozen Phoenix, April 24th, Kids Night Postgame Lasers.
And it's going to be a little different. You can, with the lasers, I mean, he's doing.
Oh, yeah. So
you're looking at me like,
Sean's
what?
I forgot we talked about Sean, other Sean. Sorry, Sean. We're with a lot of Seans.
We got a lot of Seans.
Laser Sean is incredible. It was all of our first go of the new field last year, and the new turf is denser, so it absorbed more of the light than we expected. So the laser show will pop a little bit more because now we know. So
excellent.
Yes.
Good. All right. What about season tickets? That's all underway.
Yeah.
You got people claiming their seats. You can buy season tickets and flex right now.
Correct. Black Friday is over, but you can still get flex plans, season tickets. We've been taking a lot of requests, which is awesome. So, single game will go on sale right away, like mid-January-ish. We'll share that date on here eventually, just because the first game's March 15th. But if you're looking to get season tickets, you should do that in the next 3 weeks, because there might be a game where your ticket's not available once season tickets go on sale. You can always buy season tickets. It's just at the risk of someone being in a seat that you wanted already once they go on sale.
Right. The cool thing about our announcement last week, I got to go to a UWGB game yesterday, as a matter of fact. So I had people that I don't know coming up to me and saying, now, are you renaming yourselves the Frozen Phoenix?
It caused all sorts of questions, which was great.
It was great. All good questions. No, we are only going to have the alter ego for one game, and that's on April 18th. They have their brand. We have our brand. We're not mingling the brands. We're assuming their brand that day, but we are still the Blizzard. That's still our name. But they were asking, when can we get tickets? When are they going to be on sale? So I had told them, look for it sometime in January. That's the best way.
Yeah, and rewinding your season ticket thing. If you're looking at season tickets or even contemplating, you should do it soon because it's before single game tickets go on sale. So like the alumni offer and the GB student offer and faith and family offers, all that holds inventory in the system. So a fan can't buy that because we have to seat some pretty substantial sized groups for some of those games, not even counting dance and cheer and other teams and schools. So if you're looking at guaranteeing your seats, that's probably the best. Securing your seats. Flex
because there's somebody that's secure.
Choice flex plan. Do flex and season ticket because those first now that we've announced Kid Night and even Game 5 that I'm really excited to announce, there'll be some pretty large group holds in the system. So
yeah, and with the Phoenix, I mean, I had someone ask me, can I get a suite? And I said, absolutely. You can get a suite whenever you want. Call them today. Yep. So
yes.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, that was a really cool event. Ironically, I got the sample of the snow globe and the jersey the day after. That's just the way the planet spins. But so we'll probably show those on here at some point. There are tweaks coming to both. That's why they're samples. But that game is going to be pretty cool. So pretty cool.
Surprised you didn't bring them today.
I know.
Oh, okay.
There's your husband actually called and asked about displaying the jersey at the Phoenix Fund and at the game to hype it, which I love. We just planned on doing something with that jersey that I don't know if I wanted out in the open.
Right.
Because of something we want to do with it. That jersey had a purpose that we didn't get to execute on at the event, but
well, but we could do that and then
we sure could. Yes.
And then hang it. And yeah.
So I contemplated it. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but it would be cool because the people that are in the Phoenix Fund Room, they all know about it and they're very excited. That's where I was when I was getting all of the questions asked. So all good stuff. All right. Well, we have big league news that we have alluded to for months now. And, I had told everyone, hold your horses, calm down. And now you've seen the announcement yesterday that we are going to be for the other half of our games. So there's 119 games.
Yep.
About half are on FanDuel and half are on
Yahoo. Yeah. Well, it used to be like a jingle, and I didn't want to get it wrong because everything right now, if you get it wrong, you are the poster child of what not to do in the IFL. So, it's Yahoo. I meant to say it more excited. I just thought there was a jingle, but I couldn't remember it. I thought that was it. Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to stay with the yodeler for Yahoo Sports. So they are announcing a brand new platform that is a fast channel. Now, do you know what a fast channel is other than it's fast?
I don't.
All right. So fast is actually an acronym, which is free. Woo-hoo-hoo. We all like that word.
Yahoo. Yahoo. I'm going to get it wrong. Coast could be Ricola. Ricola.
Okay. So it's free ad-supported TV. So if you remember back in the day when cable first came out, when TV was regular TV, and some of us still have regular TV stations that we watch, it's your CBS network, your NBC network, your ABC. It's what Dish and DirecTV have created the hoppers for, so that you can hop past all those commercials. But those commercials were really important back in the day. And then everybody went to different ways of streaming or cutting their cable cord and cheating the system or what have you.
Yeah.
And now we're going back.
A couple of which are real interesting right now.
So, yeah.
I'm going to promote that one. I'm getting all sorts of questions about that based on my prior employment, like more than ever at Christmas this year. It's really weird. There's a thing that absorbs all said streaming services that may or may not be legal or legal. I don't get it.
So supposedly it's legal because you can do it.
Yes.
And I'm like,
anyways, I derailed.
Yeah, I have.
It's just very irrelevant based on, ironically, how I met Kathy. The number of calls I've taken from people like, hey, do you know about these? Because what you used to do, I'm like, I'm tracking, but I'm as confused as you are. So,
well, and I had someone not that long ago at Trinks come up to me because I had said he reminded me of somebody, and I said, you need to watch this. And he goes, oh, I have.
yeah.
And I went, but how? Oh, no, I can get everything. And I'm
Reminds
like,
me of the Riddler from the Batman Forever. What's on the box? Because it has that in the title. So.
yeah. So
anyways,
we're talking about stuff that's real.
Yes.
Not fake.
Yep.
So
Okay.
anyway, with these fast channels, it's meant to be a platform because there's ads to reach as many people as possible.
Sure.
So they're announcing a fast channel that is going to be available to you. And that was one of the biggest things. I mean, we're going to talk about the who, what, why, when, and where of all of this announcement and this PR stuff. The why is we want, and we listened, we heard, we want as many people to have access as possible. Now, that doesn't mean the IFL network goes away. That's our biggest branded asset that we have, right? As a league, that is the biggest thing. That's where all your video on demand is going to be. Everything that you want to see, recorded games, will be there. That's still the repository of everything. Things that are only available to the network, different teams doing different things. We're still developing that. So it's not that we did it and we're abandoning it. We just have a way to reach a larger audience. And so we've upped our game. So that's the why. That's really the purpose behind it all. The what is this Yahoo and FanDuel kind of playing together. We don't have yet everything worked out as to who's going to have what game. But we do know that between the two of them, they're going to help us get it out there and get it available. Now, when we talk about fast channels, and I have to rely on my notes here because I can't retain all of this. So some of you might know fast channels, and they mimic a cable TV with scheduled programming. So you might have heard of some of these, for instance, Samsung TV Plus, Amazon, Freevee, Roku channel. Is it Tubi?
Tubi or Tubby?
Yeah. Is it Tubi?
Something TUBI, right?
Yeah. Tubi. Yep. And then Pluto TV. Those are all fast channels right now. So if you have those, you're one step closer to having access. So a lot of TVs right now sell those as part of their backbone of the TV itself. Why it matters, though, especially in sports, and it's really where all sports are going to. Back in the day when cable first came out, DirecTV, Dish, it was all about you had to buy the Sunday ticket, right, for NFL. If you wanted to see all the NFL games that weren't in your area, you had to have that ticket, if you will. Well, there was ad space, right? People bought in, so it was subscription based. So there was somebody is making money somewhere on all of this. For us, it reaches a larger audience. It's attractive to leagues, not only our league, but the bigger leagues. So Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NFL, hockey, all of those are all looking at fast channels as a way to meet the requirements of the most people that they can reach. So that's the what. I just want to make sure I hit everything that I needed to. So with fast channels, this could be considered live, like SNL was always live on Saturday night. And then, or it could be linear, which is available to you through an app. Now, what we're trying to promote and what we're trying to do is make it free to all of you. Now, free doesn't mean that you only go to one spot and you get it all the time on that particular spot. That might not be the case because of how FanDuel and Yahoo will work. So I can't promise you that when a game is coming, you're going to be able to go to X and it's always going to be there. Our Sunday night games are going to be a little bit different. They're going to be, from a platform perspective, could to still potentially be free. That's the goal, but how you get to them might be a little bit different depending on where they're being played and, how they're being produced. So I think that's the best way to put that. The goal is that you get them for free. The goal is you're going to have an app that you can download that can either direct you into where it's going to be or, and not a subscription app, a free app, or tap into one of the ones that I just mentioned that will then have it available to you. So for instance, a lot of us have Amazon Prime, right? Prime could very well be the tool that you're using to watch some of these games. So it's a stay tuned. There's more coming as we get all of this. Now that the contracts are signed, the overlap is being worked out. Parties on both sides, when I say both sides, I mean FanDuel and Yahoo are working together as to you're taking this one, I'm taking that one, and kind of trading off how they're going to tackle the ad sponsorship that's needed within that realm. Now, when we talk about ads and we talk about all of those kinds of things behind the scenes, the way that the ads work is we might get a cut, but it's really the people that are trying to make the money are FanDuel and Yahoo, right?
Yep.
I mean, whether you guys like it or not, everything's about money. It always has been. It always will be. It's how can we fit our product in between all of these things that are working out. So the money side is ad space. And the ad space is important from an exposure standpoint. So when you go national, there's more eyeballs that can be on it, therefore more potential for ads and more to sell. So the way that we have done games in the past, as for instance, you would do commercials.
Yep.
Joey might talk on air about certain things, meaning saying a name or a sponsor. We had a very popular one last year called
Blue Chew?
Yeah. He says with a question mark. Was that popular?
Yeah.
So we had ad space that would run that was a national sponsor for us. And as questionable as some of us may have thought it might have been for a family focused thing, it is what it is. That's if you have someone paying in, you run the ad space and, hopefully, well, I know we're not going to go against our morals, but you get what I'm saying is the ads become part of the performance, which is the show, which is the broadcast, which is the game. So all of the ad space that will be coming across either on our fields. So there is the potential to have ads on our fields, dasher boards, or in the broadcast itself, whether it's a read by the broadcasters or a commercial that's done when there's timeouts and or when we have normal timeouts, which is normally when
it's
there's a media
quarter
timeout.
breaks. There's as close as you can to the 9-minute mark in first and third, and then the 1-minute warnings respectively. I think are supposed to be called ones. So
okay.
In the past, we've actually called some extra ones. I think that'll be an interesting guide when that roadmap comes out, because I assume some of that's going to change. So
yeah, it hopefully it gets all worked out. Now with the holidays here, there's everybody's pretty much on hiatus, but once January rolls around, it's going to come down to whiz bang. We have to be ready for pluggable things that we might create something for Blizzness, let's say, that may or may not get aired because there may or may not be some type of national presence that has to take its place. So we have to be ready with various things. It's a positive for us here in the Midwest because if our game gets picked up on a linear channel that's outside of this area, now our brand is being shown elsewhere that eyeballs might not have seen it before, being local, if you will, or just on the IFL network. So it really helps to network us out to other types of fans. And the fact that FanDuel is associated with it, and FanDuel is a betting platform, that we're after the NFL. So if you're still looking for football, we're not outside, but we have a game that's very similar and it's inside. And that leads me into more of the what, which is we are upgrading our production, if you will. So in the past, from a production standpoint, we had whatever the Resh could offer in cameras.
Yep.
From a production standpoint, you didn't see our broadcasters very often, but you did. Every once in a while, the camera would be on them. We'd cut to them to, show some feed around maybe halftime or pregame, things of that nature. We've changed, the owners have decided to invest in these productions, and it means that we're changing our broadcast format, and that it touches on the Who, but I can't talk about the Who yet because that's another announcement.
Band or Dr. Seuss.
Yes. Or the show.
Missed one. Thought I had them covered there.
Yeah. All great,
That's why we do
by
this
the way.
together.
Yes. But it's not Doctor Who, I guess. It was just Who. But the Who is going to be very important. When I say we're upping our broadcast, the type of talent that we're bringing in is going to be pretty cool. So that's going to get announced later. When the IFL does that, we'll be sure to talk about how that affects Green Bay, how it affects the league, where we're going with that. So the idea was we're going to invest in these broadcasts. The payback is what we could potentially make on ad space being out on these various platforms. And that's really the draw of this. That's how the IFL would make money then to pay for what we as owners put in, kind of a paying us back. So we did the seed money for this whole project, realizing full well that we might not sell any ad space, and then it's just an added expense for the season. The hope is, though, that by mid-season, we have kind of a return on that investment happening. And in time, these people of Yahoo and FanDuel just take over the cost of that production value, because it will be a value to them to have high quality programming to put on their networks. So I talked about Who coming later. I talked about the why.
Yep.
I talked about the what.
Yep.
It's the announcement. When is going to get announced next week. So next week we will have all of the times for every game. That was something that we had to work out. There were some shufflings that had to happen and who's doing what when. So hence, when is going to get announced later. The where, there's still something big that's coming that you're going to see TBD on a couple of games, and that is its own announcement that's not going to happen until January. So for those, that's a very special thing that's happening. I'll call it a tournament and leave it at that. Because if I say any more, I'm going to get in trouble. So there's going to be special things that get broken out during the season. You'll be able to figure out who the teams are because it'll say TBD next to their name. But we want to announce that as its own piece, its own entity. And we're very excited about it. But we can't announce it. And again, it's not just about us. Of course we want to, but if you do marketing, it's better to do touches several times than to just do a dump.
Sure.
And then have everybody come back and go, well, when was that? I don't go look back on that. No, we want to have it pieced out. Kind of like us when we announce the all of the theme nights. Sure, we can put a big post out there, but what fun is that? Right. It doesn't give the breakdown of each thing. So full league schedule will come out on December 16th. So we'll touch on that with our next show, just to show, you'll be able to see times. And I don't know, the big thing that they've been kind of going back and forth with is the production people are East Coast. We've always done everything Central.
Sure.
So we'll just have to get used to, is it being announced in Eastern or is it being announced in Central? So pay attention, because you might be like, oh my gosh, no, my ticket says blah. Right. There's talking East Coast versus Central. So I would just say pay attention to that, because we're going to have somebody freaking out at the last minute. So what else do I need to touch on? Who, what,
you got
where,
I think. Yeah.
When, and why.
Yep.
Okay. But all of your games, if you're a Blizzard fan, are played here at the Resh.
Yes.
Home games.
Yes.
So that we're very excited about to, get back into the Rush world and, start this all over again. It seems like such a long time ago that we, did a game, but it'll be here before we know it.
No, it doesn't.
You're still
I about
decompressing.
strangled Ben the other day when he made the 100-day post. So I told him to knock that crap off. Or I'll just
You did not.
I'll unfollow
Ben,
us until the start of the season.
Ben,
I am unfollowing the Blizzard, so I don't know the clock.
Mr. Negativity over here. What do they call Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank? This is Mr. Negativity.
Nice. So in strictly Blizzness world, we will see you next week, even though Kathy will be remote, to unpack the full schedule and full team nights, because Ben is ready for that.
Ben is so ready. Did you see the memes that he came up with?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I had to unfollow us because of the 100-day post. Just kidding. Yeah. And then
maybe we'll call you Mr. Stressor.
And
Mr.
then
Anxiety. Oh, we could have
Mr.
you wear the anxiety.
That's fair.
You could be the anxiety. Sean, if you have anxiety from inside out, you can kind of impose it on him.
Cool. Can't wait, Sean. December 23rd week, Kathy and I believe will film, because we're both here before I'm out. And then I'm out for a bit, so we will not film a New Year's week episode,
which I think we normally don't do.
Correct.
We do the whole in studio, Happy New Year, and then there's fireworks going on behind us and things like that,
and then back in Jan.
So. And in Jan we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about with the IFL. We're going to talk about a new podcast that's coming out, who's going to be doing that, how often it's going to happen, what it's going to entail, its name, all of that good stuff. We may do that before the end of the year, probably on the 23rd, the week of the 23rd. So just in time for Christmas.
Yes.
We have secured our roster. I'll just leave it at that. Those of you that have access to transactions know what I'm talking about. If you don't have access to transactions, we will be following up on that in January. As to how we're going to round out our team, but we're going to let our other podcast take care of most of that because of the content that they are going to have. And again, more to come on that. From an IFL standpoint, I just like to say this has been an exciting time for us. This is kind of make it or break it season for us. There are other leagues out there. We realize that there are teams that, are close to us that are part of other leagues, but I really think that our league has what it takes to get in front of the nation and have it truly be a respected, not only platform, but the game itself is going to look very different from how we're doing the broadcasts. And like I said, we're putting a lot of money into the broadcasts themselves, again, to showcase the talent of these guys, because the goal is to get them. Like all things in our league, we want to promote those from within. So we want to promote, like we've talked about, our interns. We want to get our refs exposure to play at a national level with colleges and or, the big fields across our nation. We want to promote our players into the CFL, the NFL, if we can. So any kind of exposure that we can get is good. Plus, it's good for our fans. And I think one thing that we need to also talk about is the thank yous that are out there. Thank you to all of you that have stuck with the league for how many years has the league been around? Well, it was so many different things, but IFL itself.
You know that, or you just asked me?
I'm asking you.
Oh, okay.
Do you know?
I don't.
So, I mean, the IFL, and really, we need Sean to... Not this Sean, the other Sean.
Not Laser Sean either.
Yeah, and not Laser Sean to weigh in on that. I mean, if we look at the IFL in general, it's been a culmination of a bunch of different names over the years that then became the IFL that it is today, which Larry and I joined as the Green Bay Blizzard. But the Green Bay Blizzard was in it prior. So, we've got 20 years, I think, that we're talking about total, or maybe even more than that, of all of the years that came to where we are now. And we've had a lot of fans that have stuck with us. We've had refs. Jim Schaefer, thank you for everything you've done to build our league, as well as the other refs in the various cities. I think Jim is the longest standing. He's been with us for 15 years. When I say us, I mean the league, but also the Blizzard. So that's substantial for anything that a person might do. So there's been a lot of people that have worked really hard to get the league to where it is today. Some are no longer with us, meaning they're in a better place. Some have gone to different leagues. Some have given up the game altogether. Some have moved on. And, when we talk about players, there's a lot of players out there. You can only play football for so long, and then you have to do something else. And we have players that have transitioned into civic leaders, teachers, community supporters in many ways. Some have gone into the private sector. Some are coaches, some are trainers. There's a plethora of things that these guys can do because they did go to school to do something other than football. Football was their passion, but your body can only do so much for so long.
Right.
So I think this episode should be about thank you. Thank you to all of you out there that have helped the IFL get to where it is today and to continue to help us transition it so that we can look back on this and say, hey, remember when Blizzness announced that they were going to do this whole FanDuel Yahoo thing? How crazy was that? Let's hope it turned into a really good thing.
Right.
When we do that and talk about it.
Awesome.
What else do you know?
Nada.
Did you go to any movies?
I did.
What'd you go see?
I saw the animated one.
Which is called?
I can't remember.
Zootopia 2.
I can't remember because I have family members binging Stranger Things to get caught up and other things going on my TV. And yeah.
So, so let's talk about Stranger Things just a little bit. Yeah. So, we're going to be watching that over break because I'll have both girls home for a little while between Christmas and New Year's. And someone was saying, I don't remember that. And I'm like, well, yeah, that happened at the end of the last season. And so we actually had it going in the background, before Thanksgiving. Yeah. Everybody was, hey, when did that happen? Oh, that's him. Oh, they were there in Russia. What?
Yeah.
So do you know who she is? Well, she's her sister. Oh, well, when did that happen? Yeah. So lots of cool things happening with Stranger Things. Definitely a fan here.
Yep.
But let's talk about Zootopia.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
That was good. My whole family loved it. I don't remember. I had to rewatch the first one. I guess I wasn't as a Zootopia nut as plenty of other Disney people or people in my family. I didn't hate it by any means. It just isn't on my, it might make the top 5, but the second one was great. I don't like when people are like, what are your favorite Disney movies? Zootopia is not on that list for me personally. But Mighty Ducks would also make that list for me personally. If I had a hockey team with you guys, I would run Mighty Ducks night every year.
You'd be rebranding an alter ego every night?
Flying V, yes. No. I thought it was great, though, but I did have to go back and watch the first one because I haven't watched that as many times as other.
Yeah.
Like Frozen, because of the age of my girls, was probably no less of 30 times I've seen that movie. So
yeah. Well, there's another one coming out,
that
so
I know
I'm glad
too.
you're up to speed.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Odyssey coming out when that comes out. But so I thought Zootopia was fabulous. Yep. I am a Zootopia fan, so I kind of take offense to things
run the tape back. I didn't, not terrible at all. I just don't know if it makes my top 5. And it's impossible to truly craft the top 5 Disney, in my opinion. But
yeah. So do you
count Star Wars? Do you count everything that's now on Disney?
Yeah. You do.
Yes.
Marvel. Yep. Everything. But nobody's asking you to do a top 5.
No. So as a movie, I thought it was great. I just saying I had to go rewatch one because I hadn't watched it.
So did you realize that the first Zootopia, so I don't want to spoil this for people that want to see it. So the first Zootopia is about all predators getting along with regular mammals. So it's all about mammals.
Yep.
This one is about, wait a minute, what happened to the non-mammal people?
Yes.
Animals. So that's what this whole story is about. There's a snake involved, so it's going to be reptiles, right? So it explains where the reptiles went, what happened to them, and I think they did a fantastic job. There's definitely a lot of adult humor in this movie.
Yeah.
When I saw the tramp stamp on the hippo, it was hilarious.
I also got Obi from Loki and Data from Goonies playing the snake.
Yes.
That guy is incredible.
Yes,
so,
he's fabulous. And he's got the lisp and he's just
he
everything.
great.
And has one fang, and you just know it's him
Yeah.
when you can hear him. Raiders of the Lost Ark too. Wasn't he in that?
I don't know if that's the same kid.
Is it?
He is the Goonies kid. I know that because the Goonies kid is the guy from Loki, and now
Maybe it's not the same kid.
Yeah.
Anyway, just really, really good. Did you stay for the after credit?
Yep. Watched it all.
Because then the after credit talks about the ones that haven't been involved yet.
Sure. Yep.
So you get the mammals, you get the reptiles, and what's the other segment that's not listed?
Yep.
So very cool that there'll be a number 3. I'm actually heading to Disney on Sunday, so we're going to check out the Zootopia show, which is in the tree at Animal Kingdom. So
Cool.
It used to be the Bug's Life, and now it's a Zootopia presentation.
Awesome.
So if you haven't seen Zootopia 2, go see it. It's definitely worth seeing in a theater. I thought it was very well done. It gave a lot of loose ends to things as it ends.
Yeah.
And I love the chick that plays the beaver. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
You've seen her in a lot of different shows. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but you'll recognize her voice. When she first started talking, I thought, who is that? That's what I always do during the animated shows. Is, who is that? But anyway, go see it. It's a great movie.
Yes.
We have other movies that we need to talk about seeing. Did you see Wicked for Good?
Yeah.
And you liked it?
Yep.
Did you ever see it on stage?
I actually did not, which is crazy because all through high school is a Broadway nut, but I haven't gone to a musical in a long time. So actually, probably the last one was with you when we saw Chicago at the PAC. Oh. The last time I went to anything. So
So I have not seen Wicked for Good, but I have seen it in Chicago. I've seen it on Broadway. So I know the story. And when the first movie came out, I went, oh, they did a pretty good job, So I didn't have as much excitement.
Sure.
And I did hear from people that the second is so heavy because it brings everything together and all of the emotion. And it might not necessarily be for kids, but it's still another great movie to see. So a lot of good holiday stuff happening. So
2 weeks
go
away
see a movie.
from Avatar. So
and Avatar's coming out for Christmas. So go see that.
Don't remember what else.
And that looks like another good one where the fire came.
Yep.
Oh, we lost our snow. Oh, there it is.
Fire came and the snow left.
The fire came and the snow left. No, it's lava, obviously.
Yeah.
That a volcano erupted and just taking advantage of the situation. And
yes.
Yeah, all good stuff.
Awesome. What else you got?
I've talked a lot.
Yeah, right.
I had a lot. I'm just you go ahead and talk while I review my notes.
Follow us on social media. There's a bunch of stuff coming. So we'll get merch back up. Tickets are up. On sale stuff will go up. Where to find us eventually will go up. Use the phone and internet to find us as that all unfolds. So
don't use
it's going to be fun.
Don't
use the internet or phone today.
Correct.
As this episode, it's down. So by the time you see this, we should be not.
So funny story. I'm trying to do an administrative function last night about 8:00. So I'm in my office at Trink's and I go to log in and I get this error. So I send a thing to Gary saying, what do you make of this?
Yeah.
And midnight, he texts me back, hey, in the office on with Spectrum right now. I think they switched over to
I know.
the new building, which isn't available yet. And I'm like, how can they do this?
Right.
Spectrum, come on.
Yep.
So we have no internet today.
True story.
Might not have phones either.
That does affect the phones. But by the time you're watching this, hopefully this is humorous.
All done. Yes, it's just something. Yeah. Gary was on with them at 12:30 at night in the middle of the night to try and get this solved. And he said, Kathy, it looks like I'm going to be on with support at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Yes, he was when I texted him this morning and said, hey, dude, can't get on the internet.
Oh, by the way. So Anyway, we tried to be proactive and tell them we want to move in January.
Yep.
And can you have service in that building by then? And apparently
they were crazy proactive.
Yeah, a little too proactive. But they have a service that's not there yet.
Yeah.
So how can they
switch
off one to anyway?
Yep.
Ugh.
Awesome.
Okay.
Lots of cool stuff coming. So,
all right.
Should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him with it.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.